Hey guys, welcome in. Now, I may have used this line before, and I will use it again. Surprise, bitch. Bet you thought you'd seen the last of me. It's the DD Broadcast episode 14 or 15, I don't know. It's easy to lose track when you don't stream uh, more than once every 2 weeks. But hey, we're doing this. And I made sure I only did it because I wanted to do it, and not because I feel like I have to do it. We're past that era now. So, what's new? Is that of interest to anyone? Sure. Might as well talk a little bit about that. I don't think anything here is new. I mean, there's the fact that I moved around this. You know what's actually new? It's something you cannot really see, but you will be able to hear it later on, or not hear it really. So what is actually? Yeah, okay. I don't need you right now, Zach. I'm already on the screen. So something that maybe I should have some Sims music as my background music while I talk. Might as well. So, yeah, the VOD nuke means that my VODs are going to be stored on YouTube from now on. YouTube is very anal about copyrighted content, and it likes to block content for worldwide consumption or the slightest whiff of infringement of random shit, including obscure older J-pop songs, like international songs that are breaching their normal containment and their normal audience because I'm playing them on a stream for the international audience, and they don't give a shit because it's like, hey, here in Tajikistan, this is actually a big song, and people like that, and we're making money off that, even though it's 40 years old, and nobody else in the world has heard it outside of this country, but it's going to be blocked now everywhere, and shit like that. So from now on, I made some minor tweaks where some music, anything with vocals, anything with lyrics, basically, is going to be VOD muted. And I made it so that I can turn on and off conveniently when I'm VOD muting something, pretty much on the fly. Probably will forget to not VOD mute some things, but that's the way of it, I guess. Also, The Sims is fucked up because that actually has music in the soundtrack, and so especially The Sims 3, that will just not necessarily get your video blocked, but definitely demonetized. Not that I have monetized content of The Sims, but it would be a fucking nightmare if I did. It's just because of the music. I would need to just have no sound on or something, no music playing. It's technically possible, but it is also very arbitrary. Like, it's not all tracks. It's just some tracks randomly get struck. But yeah, that's something I just set up right now. So, and it sounds like simple, but to have some system that, I mean, it is simple because I know my sound system, but it's actually it involves rewiring about 3 different virtual cables. Because I'm fancy, I'm fucking fancy like that, you know. Now what else is new? playlist on YouTube, I just reorganized the Secret of Mana playlist because I was waiting for gremlins to leave the hallway. So I figured might as well do that. Now, now I actually would like to have my music in the VOD. So let's see. I don't even have music play, but I turn it on. You didn't even notice it. It's that smooth and swift. So that's done. No problem. It's gonna be in the VOD from what I play in the background, but I still have to actually pick songs. So that's good. It takes me longer to pick a song than it takes me to switch on and off the VOD soundtrack. So I'm not doing that. Let me also just switch to this. Maybe I should do this, or maybe I should just go with camera. Oh, I'm in my own fucking way again. Yeah, I didn't expect to be on camera. That's sometimes just it's also way darker here. What did I do? I just switched scenes. That's all. This is better, right? I can't turn it up too much. You'd see how pale I am. I'm basically an angelic creature. I radiate light. Or I'd look translucent. I don't know. I don't dare look what I look like. Fucking bro Ferratu. If I turn up the light. Yeah, let's go back to the Water Temples music. Or what was it? I also like this one. I think this will not get me in trouble. How does this go? It's very low volume. Now, if there is an issue and you hear like this echo, you shouldn't, but let's test it anyway. Like I could not test this because it relies on the stream output. I need to be streaming to do this. You should not be hearing the song twice. Because in that case I fucked something up. See, there are now two volume sliders. One is for the VOD, one is for the stream. Just double, triple checking again. Yeah, this is fine. I just need to turn down the volume a little bit so it doesn't dip so much when I start talking. It's just background stuff, right? Just to drown out the silence. There you go. Sure, it would be nice to have like a fucking sound man for this. There you go. Yeah, I don't need to listen to this background music for you guys, not for me. As long as I know what's going on, I'm just looking at the volume slider. That's enough for me. I don't need to actually see. I don't need to hear the sound. I can see the sound, like fucking Beethoven. Beethoven, not Beethoven. Beethoven. Yeah. Sorry about that. Tangent. There was more that was different and new, not just the sound, because that was all last minute stuff. Reorganized playlist on YouTube. That's, I think, all news because I talked about YouTube last time. I put stuff in playlists. No, I think it's new that I republished everything since the last stream. But I'm not sure if I did already talk about that or not on the Donkey Kong stream. But, well, I did republish what can be republished and is not going to be cock-blocked because of copyright shit. So that happened. That just happened. And that means there's a ton of fucking stuff that is from back to 2023 March on the YouTube channel right now that you could watch. And I Put it in playlists. It's very easy to find whatever you need. It's just that some playlists are out of orders. Don't look at the ones that are like the playlist per genre. It's like all the JRPG stuff, completely out of order, not like in order of appearance in the way I played it. So that's a fuck ton of work to organize that. It's not easy to drag it around because it's fussy, because it will jump around a little bit with some delay. There's a lot. And it's very colorful and it's very good looking, and you can see how much love and care I put into this stream. And now it's on YouTube because I was forced to move my shit there, and this channel is just gonna be, I don't know. I'm gonna use it the way Twitch intended. For pouring myself out, showing cleavage, and making money off hype trains from pathetic incels and losers, I guess. That's the way it's intended. I cannot say that word because I might get banned from my empty channel without videos, so I will not. I redact that statement. Sorry. Doesn't matter though, because I won't leave a VOD up published. So there's that. I won't leave up a VOD. Not on, and on YouTube I can definitely use that word. I can definitely say that word. I can even say the Simpson word on YouTube. Presumably. And I'm not monetized on YouTube, so I can say even more fucking shit like fuck, right? I can say fuck. Even in the first 40 seconds, or what is it, of the stream. If I wanted to. So there's that, it's good. I'm gonna play some Sims 4 today, if I feel like it. I'm still trying to recall if I did anything else. There is... what? I renamed the channel. Yep. I renamed the channel. So this marks the 3rd time I'm using the DDBro name on Twitch. I've used it on my alt account as well, so maybe it's like the 4th time. Because I know I had it twice on main, and then on my alt account as well. And now back on main, and that was over the course of 2 years. I think I will keep it this time because I just rebranded to this on YouTube and I got used to it, and it's been stable for a while now on YouTube, so I might as well keep it here as well, because YouTube is apparently now the new meta for my VODs and shit, so I guess that change was warranted. I've been enjoying some of the older stuff that I played, even the VODs that I originally hated, streams that I originally hated, like the Ocarina stuff. That was not too different from the Secret of Evermore stream, because I just get pissed or frustrated. Just gotta get lost and I'm stupid, or the game is not showing me where I am on the map because the compass is a luxury. You gotta work for it. It's not an entitlement. It's not a human right to have a compass and know where the fuck you are on the map. It just shows you the map, and everything on the same floor is glowing. It's so weird how Ocarina does that. Like, there are multiple rooms glowing, so which one am I in? It's really... because they're connected, they're glowing. It's not helpful. It's also not showing... I don't know. I know that there was like a 3-hour VOD of me crawling around the bottom of the... I made 2 hours, maybe. Crawling around the bottom of the well to try and find every last Sculptala and treasure chest. I had a lot of outtakes, and now because of the VOD nuke, I downloaded it and I kept the outtakes. I looked up what I cut out. And that's what I mean. I actually enjoy it, seeing it back now, even with the parts that I originally thought were trash and I left on the cutting board floor. You know, it's... over time, everything becomes a little bit nostalgic, I guess. So I'm now going to treat my content with more respect. I will not just cut out everything. Or maybe I will, but I'll make a separate reel of director's cut. I'll keep it separate. So yeah, I enjoyed that. It also kind of makes me more receptive to revisiting games that piss me off a little bit. Because 2 years down the line, I don't mind. I forgot that it pissed me off, and if I just sound pissed off in the stream, I don't care. I understand. I'm just listening to it like from a neutral point of view, detached from it, from that moment of anger and rage, and trying to claw my way out of the well like Sadako, and then just being trapped down there with the, well, the things that physically violate you on every level. As you go around, it's actually not the creatures that fucked with me. It's the holes, the invisible holes in the floor that messed with me. It's a fucking troll dungeon. Okay, maybe I am starting to get pissed off a little bit again by that dungeon, but I can also feel accomplished about that I streamed it and I pulled through. There was a bit of a tangent, like this was just one of the VODs that I dug up and preserved. And because originally I just have a shorter version of it, and I found appreciation for those streams, so it may affect my mentality going forward. Then again, maybe I'll just still be like, no, I'm gonna avoid that pain. That is pain, avoid, bad, pain, bad. Ocarina of Pain, pain, bad. Don't play it. But we'll see. We'll see, because at least I'm no longer pissed off. Like, the Donkey Kong 64 stream and the Secret of Evermore stream was way worse than that. I was just pissed off from start to finish, and I know I won't mind it anymore. Like 2 years ago, I would have absolutely hated that stream, and actually hated that I put out something I was grumpy in. But now I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I've accepted it, and I find it enjoyable. If that makes sense. It's become a core memory. We must look back and smile upon burdens past, or whatever the fuck they said in the Westworld. Was that it? Channel rebranding, new profile pic. I'm just going over all the things right now quickly before I continue with The Sims 4. There's a new profile pic in town, and it try to, you know what it is? I'm just not a full-time PNG tuber, and I wanted something that reflected that, if that makes sense. Oh, let's change to another soundtrack. Speaking of Ocarina of Time, it's Ocarina of Time and the Chrono Cross sound font. One second. So I was I actually wanted a normal photo of my real self, but nobody cares if I just show my face. And then I could also be like, you know what would really work if I show my feet? And then I was like, no, that's too much. That's just straight up porn. So I did something like sexy, but not like porn, right? And then I went back and forth a little bit about, should I do this kind of grinder pic? Not that I use Grinder, by the way. I have other ways of finding subs. But I say I was still kind of in doubt, should I go with that or should I go with like Final Fantasy 14 or Sims? Now Sims is like, yeah, nice, I play Sims games, but it is also kind of cartoonish and PG. I'm not very cuddly cozy PG kind of streamer either. So I could go with Final Fantasy 14, but I don't really play Final Fantasy 14. I like the aesthetic of the characters that I made, but I don't know. I don't play the game. But it could have worked. It could have worked. But I'm like, no, I'm not gonna hide behind a character I made. I'm gonna be showing off my tits. That's the Twitch meta, and I'm playing it. And I'm doing it legally because, you know, they're not exactly D cups, so. Whatever. I drank so much coffee and water already. I'm gonna have to take a piss, so I'm gonna start really. Yeah, I'm gonna load something in The Sims 4. Gonna load up a place. And I'm just gonna make some tweaks. I really hope that the game says that it's The Sims 4, not Stardew Valley, because that would be a lie if it was still saying Stardew Valley. There we go. Right, let's switch. Maybe I changed some more things. Oh, guys, I forgot. There was actually a big thing I changed that I still want to show. Gonna be a bit on my face. Are you ready for it? It's a UI upgrade that took me hours, and I mean fucking hours and hours to change that. Because the first iteration was miscalculated and I fucked up something about the positioning and the size. Because I forgot, like, oh, just say there's a ratio to it, right? It's a screen ratio. But I forgot that the pixels that make up the outline have to be subtracted from the ratio in order to calculate what the proper width would be. I'll show you. There we go. This is the one. Can we show the camera here? So for the camera, I actually have another one that I would use if I turn on the camera. I think it's this. Oh, that scroll bar is in The Sims 4. And obviously this game is not for the original 423 cam here. So this would be... how this would be the one I use in this case, or because I have the growth PNG in the bottom that you can grow if you tip me, I would not use the camera normally, and then I would use say this. So I had to make several iterations that depend on the situation. If I have the cam on, I need a different one. And there's the camera with the widescreen, and there's the camera with the PAL screen. This is a new color scheme as well, because I did have the original project that I made this UI in, but it did not contain the filter that I used to get this gradient. So it's a different one that I had to make from scratch. 7 different or 8 different fucking colors right there. Yeah, and I had to do everything twice and save everything twice, all these different versions, so it took me a while. And also it had to look good. So I like the colors to be lined up in a way that was somehow pleasing, or would likely go with a lot of different backgrounds. So this is the one that fucked with me, the one that has this ratio. If I play like a Super Nintendo game, it will appear neatly in the middle of these lines, presumably. But it was tested like that, and I hope it stays like that, because I will fucking lose my mind otherwise. The Sims 4 is not such a game, so it will not make sense. But maybe later on, who knows? This will not be the screen I'm using for The Sims 4 anyway, because I'll be using this one. I cleaned things up a little bit. Like I said, I moved the Ko-fi button to the right, because it didn't make sense to have it on the other side. You know to grow me. You know where to grow me. So, there we go. I hope that explains everything that's new and different. I was away for a while, been working on the YouTube channel, been working on the UI, been working on the new rebranding, if you can call it that, like the rebranding. In a way, I'm just regressing back to 2023 branding, but new PFP that also took me a while to make, because it's really difficult to make a PFP with like a whole torso and somehow make it stand out. It's a lot of detail for such a fucking small image. I have a big fucking ass I once have a big body. That sounds weird in English. English is so fucked up. You say I'm a big guy and you sound like you need to go to the gym. Because of all the fucking euphemisms people invented, that everything basically means you're fat. Every word is like means fat. You're looking good today. Are you calling me fat? That's what it sounds like. That's what English sounds like to me. And at least we're not there yet. Maybe while I give it 5 or 10 more years. Every adjective will be a euphemism for fat. Good. This is not supposed to move. You know what? That's actually good. That saves me hard drive space when things don't move. I'm gonna have to learn to be a ventriloquist. When I'm on camera, I need to basically not speak. Oh, even better, I'll just switch to my PNG, but I'll keep the Discord muted so it doesn't bounce or move. It's just gonna be a static image of me talking. It's just gonna be a radio show. Let's have just a black screen from now on. The DD broadcast is just gonna be a radio show. That saves me a lot of hard drive space, and I can use that because I still need to salvage. How many hours is it? Like 230 hours or something from the Twitch VODs. Because they're gonna nuke it, and I don't have time to filter them all. Like, what do I have? What don't I have? What parts do I have? What parts don't I have? So it's just gonna be mass downloaded later this week. It's gonna be maybe how many? It's gonna be at least like 300 gigabytes, right? It's gonna be at least 300 gigabytes. Thank God I didn't do everything HD and because there was a whole episode I didn't do any HD. For streams, and it's all 30 FPS because I can't place things in higher FPS when I'm doing OBS stuff with this old thing I'm using. So I've been working on the stream or making little tweaks and changes that I think will benefit the stream. The most important tweak has been in here, like changing who I am and how I look at the stream as a thing I do for me. That I enjoy and not because I have to. And but also feeling like there's not as much pressure on it as I feel there is when I do play it, and I don't have to enjoy myself in the moment. I think that was a good revelation to have. I don't always have to enjoy myself in the moment. I will enjoy it later. When I'm proud of myself that I suffered through something, right? Is there anything else I changed in the server? Not really, I guess. No. No, everything else that I did was porn related, so that wouldn't be of interest to you guys, I'm sure. You would not be remotely interested in what I've been offering, you know, on that side of things. You guys, if you were to hear that, your ears would pop off, man. Ears would just be dropping up. Hey, Silver, welcome in again. It's definitely been a while. Actually, it's been a little bit over a week, but there was a long hiatus before that. More or less, like I didn't stream for an entire month, and I'm just slowly reintroducing it into my cycle. So there's that. Let me test the BRB screen because I also worked on that or changed that a little bit. I don't know what I did for it. I forgot what I did. I don't even know if I did anything. Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah, there's a BRB. I'm gonna BRB just to piss, so I'll see you in a moment.